Hello, willkommen to the finale of this season 59. And we're facing GT40, the end of our gauntlet. GT have had a terrible season themselves, they won't mind me saying. We've had an alright season, very up and down. We had a very impressive, unexpected and solid win against Salty. We played really well, so taking nothing away from us. To finish off my season, I've got a very small war. Silk, Okoye and Wags. I initially had a completely different team, completely different plan. There were some issues with a couple of other people, and so the plan got completely redone. So now we're going path 2, just Void on path 4, and then Lumatrix on 46, which we'll get to a little bit later. A couple of my fights were a bit questionable today. I had suggested maybe for this Tigra that I would use sort of Photon or Spider Woman, both of whom are neutralize immune, which is important for the node, but Silk was preferred. She is not neutralize immune. She shrugs off ruptures, which I wasn't too worried about. Tigra's power gain would be sort of an issue, but luckily, you know, it's just a rank 3 Tigra. She's not a difficult defender, just don't get clipped by a big L2. And it's not too much of a problem. I just have to be careful. And yeah, the fight's easy enough. Just keep right out of the way. My Tiger got a defense kill, I think, not last war, the one before. It was quite impressive. It's been sad to not have access to her this season, but there you go. Decided to go full send here, knowing that I'd push her red, but the L2 will kill her before that's an issue. Tigra dead, and we can move on to Thing on node 11, where Silk again isn't really an ideal counter for Thing, but we make full use of the slow, which was very helpful here. Strike counter is completely irrelevant here because Thing doesn't have his own power gain, and so therefore that's not going to be an issue. I just have to keep an eye on route. It's not the quickest fight. He's going to gain protection a couple of times. Just have to be able to either have slow or be able to counter 15. Both of which I can do. It's not the smoothest fight, it's easy enough, just I think I got caught en route a couple of times. We don't typically go for the giant SP2 rotation, mainly because I'm keeping an eye on route and wanted to just maintain slow. Everything else, it's easy enough. We just want to get past the finish line on this one. Got caught there, was a little bit short, which was sad. Never mind. Relic to push him unstoppable there. And of course route catches me again. Luckily we're not having to use Silk after this fight. I did expect, I did expect to eat a couple of cut punches to the face during this fight. Route is very annoying. It's definitely one of my least favourite interactions to deal with in this game. Probably the same for everyone. Big L2 to finish, and Thing is down. So far so good. We are coming up to Void now on node, I think it's 22, path 4. Done this a couple of times, a couple of seasons ago. The first time I ever did it with L1s, it was very easy. The second time I went for L2s, almost died. So I kept in mind this time stick to L1s because the endurance I get from it is extremely important, and that is what's going to keep me safe from all the bullshit of the node. As we can see, I'm out of invulnerabilities again. I think I bought 4 or 5 the last couple of wars with units, so it's been an expensive end to my season, as well as a shit one, because I've had 2 deaths in the last 2 wars. Yeah, all good times. Anyway, let's melt this void. I've got Deep Wounds still active from the previous war. and Void is melting down pretty quickly. And yeah, very, very easy fight. Absolutely destroyed him. And we can move on to the final node. Now, Lumatrix on 46 with Okoye. In my opinion, this really isn't a very good matchup. Doable, yes, and probably can tell that by the way that my fight starts out, in which case it starts pretty well. But, you know, I can counter evade, I can't counter miss. Also, if I block anything, there's an inexorable, and therefore I can find myself effectively cornered. And if a big L2 catches me that's unblockable, I'm dead. Like, there's nothing about it. So the plan was kind of avoid blocking and sidestep, which I mostly do. Try and bait L1s only, which I can sort of dex. Again, I missed a couple. Good start, kind of. The power gain isn't actually too bad. Whilst he's inexorable, but we do eat one to the face. Now he's invisible, so I can't touch him, but I had a special ready to counter that. And as I said, things could be worse. The fight isn't too bad at the minute, but it's just a matter of time before something goes wrong, and it will. He's not melting as quickly as I would like him to. I also just mess up. Now I don't have a special ready to cancel out the invisibility. Caught with a heavy, I tried to intercept it. And yeah, I just stood no chance in the end. Absolutely crap. So we go back in whilst my newly purchased invulnerability boost is still active. We lose our indestructible straight away and trying to sidestep him. So now we're just going to change the plan, and we're going to go for blocks and just sort of do smaller combos and keep him to L1. Which of course he has invisible, and things aren't great here. I'm starting to think, am I actually going to get this done in 2 goes, or am I going to die again? I really don't want to buy another invulnerability boost, considering we've already shat the bed. We did start well with GT sort of selling us a potential win on a plate, but it wasn't to be. Now the end is in sight. There's no way I can die again here, can I? Oh my god. The end of my season is upon us. And there we go. So that was that. And we unfortunately did end up losing. We threw a little bit more and gave the win to GT. We did end up, however, finishing top 10, which is a 3rd top 10 in a row since I've been in for Loki. And as things are, I'm going to be taking my leave from here. Congrats to Noon for winning the season, and yeah, congrats to the other guys also with their podium spots and maintaining top 10. But I do digress. As I said, I'm going to be taking my leave from here. It wasn't a decision I took lightly. I'm going to be heading back to LVT. Liza reached out to me, and yeah, it was a good opportunity, not one I wanted to refuse, and I wanted to repay the faith. So I do love the guys here. I am making some sacrifices by leaving. I hope to be back someday. But yeah, in the meantime, thank you guys for having me. I love you all. Now, my friend here, Bill Brooksy, is a guy I've known in Redeemers Alliance for a long time. Really good friend of mine. He's recently started his channel out and has started doing voiceovers. And honestly, not just saying because he's a friend of mine, it's some of the best voiceover content that I've heard. I really love his style. As you can see, he hasn't got many followers. He's a very good player, and his channel needs some love, and his gameplay needs some love. He's fun to watch, fun to listen to, and I'd really love to just try and put his name out there a little bit and get him some stuff on his channel. So give him a subscribe, share it out, give him plenty of likes, what he deserves, and let's give him a hand. He's a top guy. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, guys, for another season. Thank you again to 4Loki for having me. Consider me a friend, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!